All right, guys, welcome back to Crypto Dill News. In today's video, we're going to be talking about former Ripple CTO David Schwartz. There's two things we're going to go over with David Schwartz today. The first thing being, he tweeted something earlier yesterday saying, that $10,000 XRP might have been debunked. We're going to go look into the context of exactly what he said and break it down. He also said something earlier this year talking about a potential price point for XRP, saying, in the past, he didn't think that XRP was going to get to ever 25 cents. He started selling at 10 cents. We'll get into the whole nine with it. And then we're also going to be speaking about when David Schwartz was interviewed at XRP Las Vegas. We're going to break it down when he was asked about the Crypto Clarity Act. But before we jump into it, today's video is sponsored by Cash Flow Funding. Are you a business owner that's had a business for at least 6 months and you have over 6 months of bank statements and you're looking for funding for your business? Then Cash Flow Funding is for you. You can get instant funding for your business, instant approvals based on the information you provide. So if you are a business owner and you're looking for funding for your business, let's say you have bills to pay or you're looking for a new project for your business, then head over to cashflowfunding.com. So getting back to the video, former Ripple CTO David Schwartz, he tweeted this out on May 1st, very early in the morning, like the middle of the night. He said, if there were a few very rich people, very rational people who believed that there was a 1% chance that XRP could hit $10,000 in 10 years, they'd bid XRP to at least $20 today. Why aren't they? Conspiracy. Now, he was responding to BTC to zero and Uptown sell. Now, let's break down exactly what he says. He said, if there were a few very rich people and very rational people that, believed that there was a 1% chance that XRP would go to 10K per coin, then those people would be buying XRP with a target of at least $20. And he asked, why aren't they? Conspiracy. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if few rich people, retail traders can never really move the price of XRP. The only way the price of XRP is going to move is based on institutional capital flowing in. Because if we rewind just a couple of months ago, that same person, David Schwartz, former Ripple CTO, he also posted this a couple of months ago. He said, when someone asked him about a price prediction for XRP, he said, I don't feel comfortable saying something like that. While I don't think it's likely, talking about a potential $1,000 or $10,000 XRP, I didn't think it was likely that XRP would ever hit 25 cents. I started selling XRP at 10 cents because it seemed insane. I remember when Bitcoin hitting $100 seemed like an impossible dream. Guys, I'll tell you this, I've been in crypto for years now, and when I was saying, online that Bitcoin's going to $100,000 one day, everyone thought that I was a clown. Everyone thought that I was crazy. We had people from the gold community, gold maxis out there, and people that were in traditional finance, the stock market, looking at the crypto market like it was some kind of joke, right? And you look at Bitcoin today, where the all-time high last year in 2025 was $126,000. Now, obviously, we kind of went into a nice little bear market. Right now, Bitcoin's trading at, what is it, 76,000, whatever the case may be, 77.9 at the time recording this video. Here we are, so this was honestly the point for XRP, where we're seeing all of this controversy online, a lot of backlash going towards David Schwartz, a lot of backlash going towards people that predict a $10,000 XRP, with me being one of those people. I think a lot of people are taking this very out of context based on what he said. He did not say, oh, it's not going to $10,000. He's putting it in a situational context of, if there was some rich people that believe it's going to $10,000, why aren't they bidding it up, right? So a lot of people that are saying that it's going to those prices, they only have 500 XRP and they're not consistently buying it. They're just hoping on a dream, right? So a lot of people really have to put that into perspective as well, because I would say majority of people that are banking on that $10,000 XRP play, they don't have a sizable amount of XRP. Now, do I believe that we can get to $10,000? I've said it many times that I believe it. Not in 2026, not in 2027, not in 2028, not anytime soon. I'm talking maybe 2030, maybe 2035, based on real world catalysts that would have to actually take place here. But at the end of the day, retail holders are not going to move the price of XRP. The only way the price of XRP is going to move is with institutions. Now, moving on, David Schwartz was interviewed at XRP Las Vegas. He was asked about the current Clarity Act. It's now May. We saw Senator Cynthia Lummis speak at the Bitcoin conference last week, talking about this Clarity Act coming to fruition information at the end of May potentially. So, David Schwartz was asked on it. He also said that Bitcoin maxis are wrong about everything. And he also said maybe XRP maxis are wrong too. David Schwartz really is an intelligent man. And one of my biggest pieces in what he said in that 8-minute segment right there is, the new people coming into crypto, after, let's just say the Clarity Act gets passed this month, right? Now, if every coin is listed as a security, that kind of shuts the door for newcomers, and new developers, new people that want to innovate in the crypto space. So that would only leave, what we have right now, and anyone else in the future would kind of shut the door on. So that would definitely kind of cut the competition. And I really do like how, how I'm admiring the situation here, how Ripple wants more competition, wants more innovation to come in because they want the crypto space to grow as a whole. So look, if we don't get this Clarity Act passed in the month of May, that's not going to be good for the short term for crypto, but I think that long term, it's going to be really, really significant when we're talking on 2030, 2035, 2040. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but sometimes the long term is better than just a short term quick pump. Because honestly, I hate to say this, but I'd rather wait to actually have the final product where it's best for the whole entire crypto market than to rush what we currently have where everything's all messy, everything's all over the place. That could be a permanent thing to actually potentially ruin crypto if we have this, bad Clarity Act where there's not, clear rules in place and there's not any real system, and it cuts kind of innovation for the future. That would not be good. So I understand a lot of people want the Clarity Act to come because they want the prices of their investments to go up. But when you're looking at the actual health of the crypto market for the long term, the actual big picture of what, crypto can truly turn into one day, then, we have to really sit down and figure out what are we doing with this Clarity Act? How are we going to make sure that, it can innovate for the future, but also definitely help the people that have been early, such as Ripple or the other companies that have been innovating for years now. So I'm very curious to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please drop them below. I'm going to be engaging with you guys. I want to know, what do you guys think about all of the statements that David Schwartz made based on a $10,000 XRP or the Clarity Act decisions? You guys let me know in the comments. Guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm posting XRP and crypto content for you guys every single day here on YouTube. And also make sure to follow on Instagram, X, and TikTok at Crypto Dill News. There's a lot of fake accounts of me on multiple different platforms, so make sure you're following the correct one. It's just Crypto Dill News, Crypto DYL News. So like I said, let me know in the comments, is XRP ever going to go to $10,000? You guys let me know, and also let me know your thoughts on the Clarity Act, and I'll see you guys in the next video.